Hello, everyone, and good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025, at 10:11. And today we have our day one outlook to look at for today. So, today's outlook we have a slight risk for areas in Texas as well as New Mexico. We have a marginal risk extending from New Mexico through Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, a little bit of Florida, Georgia. Okay, more of Florida is under the marginal risk. South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and it looks like Delaware and New Jersey, up in New York State, including New York City, parts of Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire also have the marginal risk. We also have one out here in California and Oregon. We also have one up here in Montana. So, let's see what we've got. We've got Del Rio, Carlsbad, Uvalde, and Pecos under the slight, and New York, Houston, Philadelphia, San Antonio, and Jacksonville having the marginal. So let's go ahead and deep dive and see what we've got for today. Today we have a 2% tornado risk for parts of Texas and New Mexico. So those cities would be Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Carlsbad, and Pecos under the 2%. So we could see a brief EF0 tornado possible today. Going into the wind threat, we have areas in Texas under 15%. And then we have a 5% for parts of New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Delaware, New Jersey, New York State, including New York City, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire having that 5%. We have this 5% out here in California and Oregon, and we have this 5% out here in Montana. So we do have the risks today. So Del Rio and Pecos having the 15%, and then New York, Houston, Philadelphia, San Antonio, and Jacksonville having the 5%. So for the 15% area, we could see 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts possible today. And for the 5%, we could see 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts today. So please be mindful, that could be possible depending on where you are. Going into the hail threat for today, we have a 15% hatched for parts of Texas and New Mexico. And we do also have the small 15% normal for parts of Texas. We have the 5% that extends from New Mexico through Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and just a little bit of Florida. We have this 5% up here that is for parts of New York State, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire. We have this 5% out here for parts of California and Oregon. And we do have this 5% out here in Montana. So, we have Carlsbad and Pecos under the significant severe. We have Del Rio, Carlsbad, Uvalde, and Pecos under the 15%. And Houston, San Antonio, Austin, El Paso, and New Orleans having the 5%. So, for the 15% hatched, we could see 1 to 3.5 inch diameter hail possible. For the 15% normal, we could see 1 to 3 inch diameter hail possible. And for the 5%, we could see 1 to 2 inch diameter hail possible. So please be mindful, that could be possible depending on where you are today. Moving into the summary for today, severe storms are expected to develop this afternoon and evening across parts of far southeast New Mexico, far west Texas, and the Rio Grande Valley. Marginally severe storms will be possible from parts of the southern plains eastward into the lower Mississippi Valley, also parts of the Atlantic coastal states, in northern Carolinas, southern Oregon, and in parts of the northern northern California, southern Oregon, and in parts of the northern Rockies. So I do apologize for messing that up. Anyway, there is the outlook for today. There is today's hail risk. There's today's wind risk. There's today's tornado risk. And there's today's day one outlook. So I do really hope that you stay weather aware and stay safe. Even if you are in the marginal, please make sure you have a way of getting to shelter, because sometimes these storms in the marginals could do some crazy stuff. But anyway, I really do hope you stay weather aware and stay safe, and I should be available for the day 2 outlook a little bit later. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, everyone.